structure staring down at you.
Facing east toward the rising sun, the Great Sphinx is located nearly half a mile from Egypt's 3 largest pyramids. It is carved from a single piece of limestone bedrock and stands over 60 feet tall and 240 feet long.
People have asked themselves for centuries, what was the Sphinx for? Why was it built? There is a story behind it, but what is the story?
May malaking puta.
The Sphinx is arguably one of the most studied monuments in the world.
May quiz ba dyan?
Yet it remains one of the most mysterious. There are no inscriptions on the Sphinx to indicate who built it or why. But most Egyptologists date it to 2500 BC.
Wala lang. Naghanap kami ng alien.
The time of the pharaoh Khafre, or Khafre,
History?
as he is
Ah,
known
ba,
by
history?
Greek scholars.
O ano?
History channel.
Based on a mention of Khafre on a tablet found between the paws of the Sphinx. But
Paano
this
nabuo
tablet,
yung ganyan, no?
known as the Dream Stela, also tells the story of a pharaoh who came 1,000 years later.
No, kasi
Ang bumuo niya si Bob the Builder.
si ano yan?
King Tutmosis IV comes in the New Kingdom, which we believe is more than 1,000 years after the time the Sphinx was sculpted. He made this stela to tell his story. King Tutmosis IV, before becoming a king, was on an expedition.
O bakit nagawa nila yan? Wala kasi silang trip eh. Wala silang ano nun eh, cellphone. Kaya gumawa sila ng ganyan.
Support lang pala, no?
Boring
Hindi mo
lang.
paano mo matatapos yan. Paano mo matatapos yan na walang US sa kako?
Si Allen. Kargado. Kargado ng sting.
Hindi kaya matapos ni Allen niya, walang sting.
Tayo tindi ng focus niyan eh, no?
Grabe yung focus kailangan mo dyan.
Yan po, slavery. Talaga papipilitan talaga.
May pumapalo sa likod.
Palo-palo yun ba na may naglalati ko sa likod mo, no?
Ewan ko na lang kung di ka pag-focus dun.
Focus talaga eh. Detailed eh, oh. Angas eh.
Saka ano yung ginamit nila pang butas. Grabe naman talas dun.
O, yung kung anong klase native technology yung ginamit nila.
Hindi, ulma mo na yun mo. Kamukha ni Kapwa.
Linis. Ulo mo. Linis yun.
Is that we learn of what's called the flashing eye of the Lord. What is the flashing eye of the Lord? This sounds like some kind of technology that is in communication with the Sphinx, or perhaps channeled by the Sphinx, that could ensure the prosperity of Tutmosis IV.
If the story on the Dream Stela is true, the Sphinx not only ensured the prosperity of Tutmosis IV, but of perhaps the most important dynastic family in the history of the Egyptian Empire.
Tutmosis IV was actually the grandfather of Akhenaten.
Akhenaten was considered a heretical pharaoh. He changed the polytheistic religion of ancient Egypt and declared there was only one God.
So, dumadating din pala sa point na nagre-reform din pala yung mga religion nila.
Akhenaten became enthralled with the Aten disk. Is it possible that the eye of the Lord and the Aten disk are one and the same, and that they are, in fact, some kind of UFO spaceship that's hovering over Egypt as an eye in the sky and is guiding the Egyptian civilization?
The Valley of the Kings. Located on the western bank of the Nile River, lies one of the most expansive burial grounds in all of Egypt. The tombs were constructed between 1539 and 1075 BC for pharaohs and other nobility. To date, 63 tombs have been discovered in the Valley of the Kings. One of the best preserved is that of Pharaoh Ramses VI, who ruled from approximately 1145 to 1137 BC.
1,000 years before.
More than 4,000 years ago, King Ramesses would have started digging this to become his tomb, or as he called it, his house of eternity. For ancient Egyptians, a tomb wasn't just a place where they would end up dead. A tomb was a place where they would start their eternal life.
The Egyptians believed that in death, the soul would split into several parts and begin the journey to the afterlife. But to make this transition, it was essential to reunite the soul with the physical body. And while the Egyptians were not the first to mummify their dead, no other ancient culture went to such great lengths to preserve the body and ensure entrance into the next life.
Ancient Egyptians would put a body that needed to be mummified in a dry room. And they would first take out the internal organs and they'd pack that body with natron salt to start the drying process.
As in,
They
rock salt?
would remove the brain.
The fuck?
And then they would rinse the body with sweet-smelling oils, and they cover the entire body in natron salt, and it would stay that way for about 35 to 70 days. Once the body was all dried out, they would wrap the entire body, putting amulets and other special jeweled objects in the linen, and then once it was completely wrapped, and be done.
The Egyptians understood the most important factor in mummification, the removal of fluids, which ensures that bacteria cannot survive and the body will not decay. Although archaeologists have discovered much about how these mummies were prepared, the Egyptians left behind no texts or instructions on mummification. Just how the Egyptians came to create this complex practice remains a mystery. But they did leave behind extensive records regarding their thoughts on the afterlife.
This right here is a very good depiction of the journey of the afterlife with King Ramesses. You see him here on a solar barge, being protected by all the different gods behind him. Goddess Isis and Goddess Osiris. This right here is God Anubis.
Anubis.
And God Anubis is the god of the mummification.
The
The
most
god of death.
important story in Egyptian mythology is the god Osiris, how his brother Set coveted his brother's power and killed him. Then his wife Isis, in grief,
Isis.
got help from Anubis,
Isis.
who then helped
Terrorist
Isis
asawa
breathe
niya.
life back into him to survive
Yan nata
into
kinuha yun
his
eh.
life.
Ano
With
ko
the
na?
help of Anubis, the inventor of embalming and mummification.
The mummification process in Egypt
Resurrection.
is often related to the star Sirius, which we call the dog star. And the mummification rites were overseen by the Egyptian god Anubis, who
Which
was
is
a
jackal.
jackal-headed god. And so you have to wonder if Anubis wasn't some real physical extraterrestrial god.
The ancient Egyptian temple walls are covered with images of transformation. And what it reveals is that their
Yung champion sa
core
LoL.
sacred science was about
Gag.
human transformation.
Pangalan nun.
or a
Si ano, si
celestial
Renekton, pati si
being.
ano, si Nasus.
So
Hindi,
you
may isa
wonder,
pa yung awig niya
is it
rin.
possible it's because
Eh, yung
there was
naglalabas ng bagong tore pag may nabasag na.
came from this
Ah, si ano, si... Yung ibon.
Oo, yung ginagamit ni Faker.
Si Pir ba yun? Talimutan ko pa.
Hindi si Bir.
Azir, Azir.
Azir, yun.
Osiris, and thus living gods.
Yung ano bang pangalan ng lugar
Artwork
nila?
and wall carvings depicted them as perfect humans.
Egyptian base yun.
And while the people worshipped many different gods, the pharaoh stood above them all. This basic Egyptian religious belief remained in force for nearly 1,000 years, until one pharaoh changed everything.
Ano na, panay report inaabot ka na bag.
His name was Akhenaten. And in every surviving depiction, he is shown with an elongated
Alam mo yung,
skull.
ano, yung mukha sa meme na parang bakla na, ganyan yung mukha.
According to Egyptian mythology, he too was descended from the gods who arrived on Earth at the time of Tepsepi. But why do so many still believe he actually came from the stars? In 1352 BC, Akhenaten ascended to the throne as the 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Almost immediately, he instituted a series of radical religious changes, including a ban on references to multiple gods.
Saan lang.
It's a rather strange thing that he would want to do that in one sweep, but he ordered all the iconography of previous gods to be removed. He only allowed one emblem, which was the sun emblem, literally a sun disk with curious arms or rays pouring down.
Why did he do this? Because according to his writings and his poems that were written about him later on, he was visited by one of those beings that descended from the sky, who told Akhenaten, "This is the way, I am your god."
This sun god was known as Aten. Akhenaten claimed to be a direct descendant of Aten.
Akhenaten, like any other pharaoh, regarded himself to be divine. He was a god. Not only himself believed himself to be God, but the whole nation saw him as a god. The definition of God is that he was a descendant from these celestial beings.
During his 4th year as pharaoh, Akhenaten ordered the construction of a new capital city. He called it Amarna and dedicated it to the sun. Akhenaten would spend the next 10 years here, during which time he instituted changes in both art and culture, including how he himself would be publicly depicted.
In Egyptian iconography, Egyptian pharaohs are depicted as these triangular-shaped beings, these broad, strong shoulders and these very skinny waists. Now, we look at leaders today and we know that most leaders don't have broad shoulders and skinny waists. But it was important to depict the Egyptian kings as having broad shoulders and skinny waist, very, the epitome of what a king ought to look like.
That's exactly the opposite with Akhenaten. He shows himself perhaps as he really is. A rather strange look. He has a very mystical look.
If we take Akhenaten's statues, for instance, literally, he was a very strange-looking character. Sort of combined, some people would say, feminine aspects with masculine aspects, may have had an elongated skull.
The change in royal iconography of Akhenaten showed him as he probably really was, with a misshapen head, with a pot belly.
Damn, look at that
sunken chest, as opposed to the idealized iconography of traditional Egyptian artists that show this big, strong pharaoh.
Akhenaten's wife, Queen Nefertiti, and their children were also depicted as having elongated skulls.
Ano lang character sa One
So
Piece.
why were Akhenaten's and Nefertiti's heads deformed?
Maraming game din na ginagamit yung binibase name niya sa
Or did they
Genshin
deliberately
Impact
alter
din.
their
May
shape?
Nefertiti doon.
Some believe there could be yet another explanation behind their strange, otherworldly
Kasi
appearance.
iconical na parao din si Nefertiti. Siya yung pinakalas na parao bago magkaroon ng botohan sa
different than other human beings.
Parang early pre-democratic times
Is
ng
it
Egypt.
possible that Akhenaten might have been an extraterrestrial hybrid?
Demi-human?
Ancient alien enthusiasts look at Pharaoh Akhenaten of Egypt and say, look at that long head. That looks like an alien gray. That looks like some kind of something that's non-human, or some hybrid between something else and something human. Must be evidence of alien interference, alien reproduction with humans, something like that.
I've been to Egypt, and one of the most stunning things about seeing the archaeological remains of ancient Egypt is that one unique pharaoh, Akhenaten.
I mean, he's got a very narrow, pointy face, high cheekbones, and a very elongated cranium.
The idea that they were either looking like extraterrestrials or perhaps had extraterrestrial DNA in them is a credible idea.
Bitin.
Na?
Yeah.
Yun no? Alien.
Oh, di ba? Sabi sa'yo eh. Oh, wala na iba. Madamot yung mga yan eh.
Hindi, meron yan, tignan mo. Yung iba dyan naka-unlisted na.
Allen? Ancient Allen?
Ancient Allen. Paano na ano yung cook? Discover.
Ito maganda to. Biblical reference.
Ano yan?
Ancient Allen.
Puta Bible. Revelation na yan ah.
The Cathedral of Turin.
Baka panahon pa ata yun eh. Panahon pa ng
Here
Genesis pa
lies
ata
the
eh.
sacred relic known as the Shroud of Turin. A large piece of
Parang
linen
kung
which
naalala
when
mo na yung pinanood
photographed
dating Knowin,
bears the eerie
diba?
image
Case,
of what appears
kila
to
po sana.
be a crucified man.
Yung Knowin.
Oo.
The Shroud of Turin is a piece of ancient linen cloth, measures about 14 feet long by 3.5 feet wide. And what's so important about this cloth is there's a very faint imprint of a human being on the cloth who appears to have been crucified, which matches the biblical descriptions of Jesus Christ. So many believe that this shroud, this relic, is the actual burial cloth of Jesus Christ and bears the wounds of crucifixion.
The Shroud of Turin has such a fascinating history, and the question is it authentic? Those who are against it say, no, this could easily have been a fake, and a body would never have left such an image, and so on. The chemicals of an embalmed body would not do such a thing. But the people who say that are not able to explain how the figure did get there. It's not painted. It doesn't seem to be a pigment that's applied to the cloth.
Ito yung nag-viral to eh. Yung may mukha sa damit.
Saan yun eh? Sa Vatican yun, di ba?
Scientists and researchers in the world.
Naging secret cloth din.
All the scientific knowledge and equipment, we still
Mga ano lang
do
naman
not
yan eh.
know how the
Mga
image
coincidence,
of the
tapos
shroud was
pinapalaki
produced.
lang ng mga yan.
Bakit ba? Content yan eh. Pera yan eh.
Para pag-usapan, no?
Matik.
Alam ko na yan eh.
Scammer
For the
yan eh.
bullshit eh.
Or if you just
Scammer kasi
believe
yan
that
eh.
there is some
Wala
other
lang, may papag-usapan
extraordinary
lang.
metaphysical event
Mema,
that
no, mema.
causes this, you
Nililigaw
have
lang
to
tayo
be
sa issue ng blood
fascinated by the
control.
fact that this
Ano, saan?
extraordinary relic could
Nililigaw
not
tayo
have
sa
been
issue ng blood
created by
control.
any means that the
Politik parang sa
century
Pilipinas eh, no?
identify.
Could the Shroud of Turin really be a divine relic? Tangible evidence of the existence of an almighty power.
In 2011, Italian scientists were able to prove that the Shroud of Turin was created by a supernatural flash of light, an unearthly flash of light. In my opinion, the Shroud of Turin is proof that Jesus transformed himself into a being of light and projected himself through the Shroud of Turin.
Does the Shroud of Turin actually contain an image of the crucified Jesus? Or could this sacred object be something else? Might it, in fact, be evidence of an incredibly advanced, otherworldly technology?
Throughout world cultures and mythologies, this idea of otherworldly beings, gods, supernatural beings, demons, having sex with humans is very, very common. The way that we interpret that experience depends on the cultural and religious factors around us.
We can read about these accounts of all sorts of weird beings who had their way with humans.
Demon.
All we have to do is to approach these stories and look at them from a modern perspective,
Araw-araw ko ito demon na
to
yun eh.
eliminate the always suggested
Paligid naman
symbolism and look at these events for what
Yun,
they
nasa Discord nga siya
potentially
ngayon eh.
really were. Encounters with extraterrestrials.
there is abundant, undeniable evidence of human and extraterrestrial interbreeding. It's in so many different cultures that to suggest that it's all a conspiracy theory or a myth or a fantasy is completely illogical.
But if extraterrestrials have, in fact, been mating with human beings since ancient times, what might their purpose be? Ancient astronaut theorists believe the answer can be found in the biblical stories of the fallen angels.
There are references in the scriptures to rebellious angels who were in trouble with God, came to earth, found the daughters of men attractive and married them, which is to say had sex with them and produced offspring.
But God was not happy about it. The unhappiness of God about it doesn't appear in Genesis so much as it does in the extra-canonical Old Testament book of Enoch. In the book of Enoch, it actually gives the numbers. It says 200 angels disobeyed God and came to earth and mated with human women.
In the book of Enoch, these beings from outer space, they wanted to have sex with beauties on earth. So they all came together and they swore, we will do it, even if it's against the rule.
The apocryphal text called the Book of Enoch was written before the time of Jesus, but was curiously removed from the Bible in the 4th century AD at the Council of Laodicea.
Blasphemy.
According to many biblical scholars, the reason for this was most likely the controversy over these accounts of the fallen angels mating with daughters of men, accounts that the people of the time had taken as fact. But if the stories of the fallen angels are to be taken literally, how is it that spiritual beings were able to not only mate with humans, but even reproduce?
If angels are what we think they are today, non-corporeal, certainly non-human entities, what on earth, why on earth, how on earth could there be any interest in a sexual relationship with human women? It's physically impossible. So therefore, if there's any legitimacy to what the Bible says, as we believe it there is, we must really understand what these sons of God are.
We have to change the interpretation and to interpret them in a modern way. And you see, of a sudden, it all makes sense. Now the problem is, if extraterrestrials had a sexual contact with our forefathers, that means that the genital apparatus must be similar. Otherwise, it's not possible.
Now, here's the interesting
Di lang naman yun yung chromosome,
come down here
genetics, compatibility, pati DNA.
Sexuality today. They had an agenda in the manipulation of the human genetic pool.
Diba? Yan. Compatibility din.
In the Hebrew Bible, the book of Exodus describes how the Jewish people suffered as slaves living in Egypt. Then sometime in the 14th century BC, the ruling pharaoh feared their growing numbers and ordered the killing of all firstborn Jews living in Egypt. In an effort to save her son, one mother put her child in a small basket and set him adrift on the Nile River.
Moises.
That child was found by the Pharaoh's family, who named him Moses and raised him as their own. As an adult, Moses discovered his true identity and demanded that the Pharaoh free the Jews. When the Pharaoh rejected him, Moses helped the Jews escape from Egypt. Historians believe that Moses and his people crossed the Red Sea and made their way into the Sinai Desert. According to the ancient texts, God grew angry at the Jews for idol worshiping and forced them to wander the desert aimlessly for 40 years before allowing them to enter Israel. During this time, the Bible says the Israelites survived by eating a single food source, manna. But what is manna? A naturally abundant food provided
May mana
by
din pala
God?
sila, may skin.
Or as some believe,
Ano,
something
ubusan?
very
Paano
different.
ubusan ng sa mano? Pang-skill
In the
daw.
Bible, it explains how the Israelites got from Egypt, where they'd been slaves, to the Promised Land. They had to cross the Sinai Desert. And inevitably, given that there was a lot of Israelites and very little growing as it was a desert, they ran short on supplies. God stepped in at this point and sent manna from heaven. This took the form of some kind of seeds that rained down upon the desert, and then they were collected the next day, and they provided food for the Israelites, except Friday, when there was a double portion, because on Saturday, being the Sabbath, it didn't fall.
While the Hebrew Bible fails to give a clear description of manna, another ancient Jewish text provides an alternative clue. The Zohar is a collection of spiritual commentaries and interpretations of the Torah, and is central to the mystical Kabbalah belief written in the 13th century. The Zohar describes what is called the Ancient of Days as providing the manna. But what was this Ancient of Days? A man, a god, or something else?
The text speaks of different-sized brains, different-sized faces. They were connected with different tubes and different light sources. Theologians have suggested that this is the description of God. However, when looked at from a modern perspective, what is described in the Zohar isn't necessarily a God figure, but rather a type of machine.
Intrigued by this information, two electrical engineers, George Sassoon and Rodney Dale, used the anatomical descriptions of the Ancient of Days to design what they called a manna machine.
This really is the key diagram of the manna machine as built up from the texts. Described as the breath of life. The air goes up to here, which is described as the brain of the
primitive machine yung tawag.
Actually a dew still. So that although we were talking about specification of the machine, and find that we had something that was biochemically viable.
Diese Maschine hatte einen Ansaugstutzen.
The machine took in moist morning air and condensed it in the part of the machine that looked like a plexiglass dome. From there, it mixed with an algae culture. The culture was treated with energy, such as a strong laser light, in order to speed the growth.
Of course, it needed energy for cultivating the alga, and this was produced, we postulate, in a small nuclear reactor, which would produce both heat and light as required.
Die Manna-Maschine war wahrscheinlich.
The manna machine was a very dangerous device. We suspect that the reactor that powered the machine was transported in the Ark of the Covenant.
Transportiert wurde.
We have multiple references in the Bible that whoever came close to the Ark of the Covenant and didn't know how to operate it was smitten to death. And sometimes people, after they encountered the Ark, started to lose their nails and started to lose their hair. So we have evidence of some type of radiation poisoning which was in direct correlation with the Ark of the Covenant. And so the Ark of the Covenant housed an extraterrestrial device which was given to the Israelites during their 40-year wandering through the desert.
Almost all of the great world faiths are based on stories of celestial beings who visit Earth. Many millions of people accept these legends as part of their core beliefs.
Muslim side naman, yung Mecca.
And from the earliest cave drawings to images at Roswell, we see artists' interpretations of extraterrestrials or gods coming to our planet.
In many traditions, there is something coming from above. There's a stairway to heaven, or there's a whirlwind, or an angel descends. Sometimes the encounter is quite dangerous, as would be appropriate to something awesome and larger and more powerful than we are. Usually it is memorable.
Many of the myths are much more specific, and they really talk about gods physically coming to Earth, landing, doing miracles, and showing the people how to live.
If visitors did come from the stars, is it possible that they actually changed the way ancient people thought? Did they provide an intellectual spark to prehistoric civilizations? Could that be the reason why so many different cultures could build such large and lasting monuments?
It's almost as if primitive man woke up one morning and went, hey, I've got this knowledge and I know how to make tools. I'm gonna go and build all these things. Nah, I don't think it happened that way. I think others came down to this planet and started teaching other people that were beginning to evolve. But the one thing I really do not believe is that modern cavemen at the time basically created all this knowledge of thin air.
All around the world, we have concise descriptions in ancient texts which say word for word that some beings came from the sky. So it's as if this intellectual Big Bang, or this Big Bang of knowledge, occurred in various periods of time. And those various periods of time, most concisely, always correlate with some type of description of gods descending from the sky.
Think of that as a very significant before and after moment in the human story, and it is not a moment that is linked to physical evolution. We've already got the hardware. It's as though something happened to our software around about that time, and I think it's a very intriguing moment in the human
Wait, wala
story.
akong tubig. I need water.
The Sinai Peninsula, Egypt. In the Judeo-Christian Bible, as found in the book of Exodus, Moses receives the 10 Commandments from God after disappearing on Mount Sinai for a period of 40 days and 40 nights.
Ingat ka.
When the
Ano yan?
drastically changed.
Bakit? Ha? Kaya Race?
Ikaw, Mongoloid.
Sa meme. Naalala ko yun. Tagal mo.
Parang Papa, ang hina naman ng meme knowledge mo.
Wala mo, taga. Taga na rin yun eh.
And it lands in front of him. Right directly in front of him.
Isa niya. Did you see that fire over there? Yes. I fuck your mom right next to Got it.
In the Bible, the prophet Ezekiel calls these spiritual beings cherubims.
Cherubim? Kala ko cherubim.
He describes
Cherubim
them as
pala.
having 4 faces, 4 wings, and skin that shone like polished bronze.
Ezekiel says that he was taken up into the sky and taken to different places where he could see different things. And then he was told some of the future things that were going to come.
But what in fact was the mysterious object that touched down in front of Ezekiel and lifted him up to the sky? And who were the strange beings that emerged and shared a vision of the future with the prophet?
He described them as the likeness of a man, but they seem to have different faces on them of different animals, and some people have interpreted that as perhaps even like a spacesuit. You know, imagine the helmet, oxygen mask, that kind of thing. Could he have been actually seeing something that was a face but didn't look like a face normally looks?
He's got the best description of a UFO that's anywhere in the Bible, because he basically says that the thing looked like a wheel within a wheel, kind of a classic flying saucer description.
It's basically the account of a guy who's been abducted, who has been told certain things, and who's then returned to the place of origin. It would be what we today would describe as an abduction account.
Angels. According to a Nielsen survey taken in 2010, nearly 70% of Americans believe in their existence. But what are they? Winged visitors from God as depicted in the Bible? Smiling cherubs who peer down at us from billowing clouds? Or something much, much more?
The concept of angels is obviously very widespread, certainly in American culture. And you find it in Latin culture, Greek culture, Babylonian culture.
When we think of angels, we immediately think to the Bible.
Oh, so
when you go onto the internet, when you read books, you will find that people have visitations of angels every single day.
In the Hebrew Bible's book of Genesis, angels first appear as divine beings, sent to earth as messengers of God.
They wanted to have God interacting with the human beings, but it seemed somewhat undignified to have God directly operating, and so he sent messengers.
The word angel is a mistranslation. In Hebrew, the word for angel is malach. However, the correct translation is not angel at all, but it is in fact messenger. In Greek, the word angelos is not angel. It is intermediary, middleman. And so what do we have in these stories? We have these intermediaries, these messengers bringing information from quote-unquote God.
By definition, angels are otherworldly. Angels are extraterrestrial. They're not from this planet. So really, by definition, ETs and angels are the same. Now, our modern conception of ETs have changed, but go back thousands and thousands of years when angels lived among our biblical ancestors. They didn't call them ETs, they called them angels, but they knew they were not of this world, not of this planet.
But could some of these so-called messengers of God have served another function? One not so benevolent or benign. According to the book of Enoch, the so-called lost biblical text, that was rediscovered among the dead cities on Earth were the fallen angels.
It was on Mount Hermon that angels came down from the heavens, fallen angels, to inhabit Earth. They were trying to assume power, and because of that, they were cast out from heaven and cast down to Earth.
Now, to me, this sounds more of a mutiny story, where extraterrestrials arrived here and there was a type of rift, and so they split into two different factions. And the faction that split off is what today is referred to as the fallen angels.
Enoch was a believer in angels, fallen angels, visitations, but everything he put in his scriptures seemed extraterrestrial visitation. From craft that he saw, to mountainsides that they would land, to them taking him around and telling him things.
Both in the book of Enoch and in the Hebrew Bible, the fallen angels act in direct opposition to God's will by interbreeding with humans.
In Genesis 6,
I like them angel females.
the sons of gods.
Pag ikaw pinuntahan mamaya, take mommy talaga kung hilahin ka talaga.
How can angels have sex? Enoch describes of it. Some of the extraterrestrials stood on Earth. They had sex with some of our girls. That is what is written down in Enoch. It's not my invention. Enoch never calls them gods. He calls them guardian of the skies or watchman.
Sabihin mo si tayo content daw.
Ancient city of Mecca.
Tayo content.
Historical Islamic accounts in the Hadith say that Muhammad, the last great prophet, was sent by God to unite the Arabian Peninsula tribes under a single religion of Islam. Before forming Islam, Muhammad is said to have retreated to a mountain cave, where he received a series of revelations from God.
Muhammad would take a period of time each year to reflect and pray in a cave nearby.
Convert HDMI to VGA.
The angel Gabriel came to him and had a prophecy for him and was his guide throughout his ministry.
Convert kita rin VGA to DVI.
Gabriel is somebody who is known in the Old Testament. He makes appearances there. He also announces the birth of Jesus and John the Baptist in a Christian context. Now, when it comes to Muhammad, we're seeing that this angel is all of a sudden far more important.
According to Muslim legend, Muhammad formed an intense relationship with Gabriel.
Itong AUC ko na 32 eh. Ano pa to? BGA pa to. Kaso 2019 model to galing kay Ken.
In the case of Muhammad, what we're seeing is he stays with him for 23 years. He reveals the Quran to him. And it really, once again, shows that there are these messengers of the gods, these entities who come to us, human beings, and say, you are chosen. If you're willing to listen to us and work with us, we will actually teach you information about the divine.
Converter.
Now the angel said to Muhammad, I will take you with me. And they fly over the earth. He sees the whole planet. They circle the earth. And then the angel brings Muhammad back to the cave. They were surrounding the earth very, very quick because it probably took one and a half minute. The whole surrounding.
Is it possible, as some ancient astronaut theorists believe, that Muhammad was repeatedly taken and seeded with information over time in a series of extraterrestrial abductions?
14410.
researchers point to one particular interaction between Gabriel and Muhammad when the prophet raised the holy city of Mecca in the direction of Jerusalem.
OLED, maganda OLED.
The angel Gabriel came to Muhammad with a creature, a winged
OLED na naka 4K.
who was able to fly him to Jerusalem some distance. It was called the farthest mosque, and they meditated there for a time. And then after some time of visit there, he went to heaven and was able to visit with the prophets, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and then with Yahweh, Allah, God himself, and get insights and inspiration.
Marami ka naman masasakyan, ayaw mo lang.
From the heavens to Jerusalem and back from Jerusalem to Mecca, completely in
meron ka naman masasakyan. O, diba? O, diba? Ayaw mo lang.
This is a physical impossibility. It simply cannot be.
Ilipat mo yung birthday on the same panta.
Rather than take this
ayaw mo doon sila mag-celebrate.
If we take it literally, we're actually given the tools and the explanation as to why this might have been possible. We're actually told that he did this with the help of the angel Gabriel.
Mount Sodom, Israel.
Yan.
A pillar of rock salt known as Lot's wife overlooks the southwestern part of the Dead Sea, near the presumed location of the biblical cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. In both the Hebrew book of Genesis and the Islamic Quran, angels traveled to the spot to warn Abraham's nephew Lot that God was about to unleash terror upon the world.
And the angel finally says to Lot,
Don't
come now with your family, 2 girls and the wife. I cannot help you anymore. It looks
Hindi naman tayo sabay doon. Di ba ito sabi ng
was
Master?
working, which could not be stopped anymore.
Mapapagaya tayo sa tinggalan.
Cannot stop it.
Boom! Exodus.
Sure enough,
Okay niyang gawin ko sa bahay niyo, Kap.
Ulo mo.
there's this mayhem and destruction. His wife turns around and she turns into a pillar of salt.
Arson na.
Kakadikit ka naman naman.
Since the
Walang-
ancient astronaut theory proposes
Walang ano eh, walang firewall dyan eh.
nothing else but misinterpreted flesh and blood extraterrestrials, this means that
Wala, mga katabi namin, mga ano eh, squams.
with certain people. Were angels or extraterrestrials interfering with human development?
But if angels save Lot and his family from the wrath of God, is this proof that angels are more than just otherworldly messengers?
Wala ka sa face. Para matuwa ka.
Kawawa si Bea, ano yun, si Bea. Puro tag inabot
Pag
eh.
yan, hindi na sumama sa ano, kaya di ako nagdadag eh.
Even to the extent that they might still be affecting the outcome
Pag yan,
of
umalis
human
na.
history. Once again, ancient astronaut theorists look to the Book of Enoch for their answer, and claim to have found evidence in its references to a race of fallen angels known as Watchers.
There is debate amongst religious scholars about the fallen angels.
Ay, napulog mo?
Hell to Sanctum. Oh, tangina.
Some say they were deliberately sent here to watch over man.
Sekundan lang yun sa
Specifically, we have 20 watchers which are sort of
binili niya around 2023.
presence.
Pasok pa ka sa warranty. May warranty pa ka.
Officers and lieutenants. And those 20
Gigabyte.
deliberately teach Enoch in various
2
disciplines
years lifespan.
such as meteorology.
2 years, 3 years. Ewan ko, may katropa niya doon sa store. Hindi ko lang kung tinutukoy niya eh.
Something like this really happened.
Basta sabi niya pag may problema daw ako, chat ko daw siya eh.
I think the answer is clear.
Prank.
Nag-stress test kami doon. Nag-stress test kami ni Kenneth doon. Benchmark namin yun.
And if we're dealing with
Kenneth, dalawa kami.
intelligences that maybe they have different agendas. Maybe there is something out there that has
Hater,
been
Pal, hater.
to evolving.
Karibal sa business, ah. Karibal sa business, ah.
Pagkaribal kayo sa business, ah.
Karibal, eh.
In the Bible, angels often appear to humans as physical entities that can be seen and even touched.
Matagal na naka-display port. Lagi na mo naka-display. Secondary monitor lang yung mga bababag na ports type.
According to a
Ano?
survey by Baylor University
LHR.
Institute for Studies of Religion, 55%
Gusto ba LHR para hindi pang mining, gano'n? Para di ma-mining ko kupal na to.
protects them.
The popularity of guardian angels
Hindi, overclock?
culture, I think, has to do with the idea that we want some kind of supernatural protection in a world where we don't really feel very safe oftentimes.
The Islamic faith teaches that every human being has not
Alawak
one
ba?
but two guardian angels, one for each shoulder. These celestial beings are called writing angels because they write down the good deeds and the bad deeds.
Mayaman yung mayari. Ganun ba? Sobra alag na ako makita mo yung itsura ng video card. Pagpasok mo pa ng carbon yan. Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, makita mo yung itsura kung ano yung itsura ng IT na 10 years na sa industry as a programmer. Dalawa yung set niya, pre, magkapatong, puro minimalist sa PC, tapos yung isa 4090 na build na block. Tapos naka-liquid cooling, tapos yung isa naman puting build na sobrang ganda, tapos yung monitor niya widescreen na 20. Dalawa lang. Tapos may mga PC siya sa ilalim. Grabe. US firm siya nagtatrabaho, tapos parang ano siya doon, more on SQL pati database.
Mahina pa yun.
Foreign-based na work from home. 10 years na. Parang ano siya eh, feel ko parang ano siya, mataas pa siya. Parang manager level na.
Scammer yan. Kaya maraming pang build.
Don't be afraid.
Mga haters, ah.
Why is the guardian angel protecting us? And is there more than one? Short answer to that is absolutely yes. He's guarding us from what? The fallen angels.
Judeo-Christian and Islamic tradition, there's an idea that there will be some kind of final warfare when God defeats Satan once and for all.
War.
That's been interpreted by some people to say that the aliens
Huh?
will come back. They'll fight it out again one final
Naka,
time.
144 Hz gamit ko. AUC. DisplayPort, HDMI, pati VGA. Oh, kompleto naman siya. Dalawang HDMI, dalawang DP. Change ko na screen isa. Oo nga.
Next mo na, yung tinanong ko.
Wait lang. Nilipat ko.
Gemini? AI user?
Mas matino pa rin Gemini kaysa ChatGPT, sa totoo lang.
Mas maganda pa Claude dyan eh.
Oo, Cloud. Yan ka, code assist ha.
Bakit?
Wala. Recommendable naman taga-Cloud. Ulo mo. Nandito.
Yung pangalawa na.
Ito, ilim natin.
Maganda yan.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're covering the Illuminati. Is it a real thing? What the hell is it?
It's not a thing.
Right, approach it with an open mind.
Great.
Shockingly, the Illuminati actually has a very real historical foundation. In 1776, in Bavaria, Germany, Adam Weishaupt, a German professor inspired by the ideals of French philosophy, namely secularism and rational thought, decided to form an organization to protect those beliefs.
Nag-swap muna kami.
Weishaupt considered joining the Freemasons to help propagate his
Oh,
views.
yung 5600 na CPU ko, pati 1660 Super ko, nasa kanya.
Something.
Yeah. Basically, I didn't think about it that way.
Nag-inuman sila ngayon.
So instead, Weishaupt
May
formed
laki
a secret group of his own. He called it the
Kaya
Order
nagalaro
of
niyan.
the Illuminati.
So this is just a bunch of hobos and rapscallions who
Give them a chance.
down by the train tracks.
I don't think they met by the train tracks. There's probably a basement, kind of like this. It's probably something like this.
Bit, yeah.
I don't know why I'm holding that. Okay.
So parang podcast din pala siya na may hal explanation is, no?
And focused on the goals of self-knowledge, self-improvement, social reform, and free thought. Naturally, conservatives considered this a threat to the church, and by the mid to late 1780s, the Illuminati was stopped, and the act of recruiting people into secret societies was criminalized. However, Weishaupt and the Illuminati would go Kobe in the fourth quarter and continue.
Okay, all right, let's move. Keep going.
And continue to push on, persisting with meetings and eventually spreading to France before disappearing into obscurity. But some people believe they survived. Here's part of an interview I had with an expert.
Well, they believe that the core group was formed back then.
Ulo mo.
It has evolved.
Eh di sumikat na dapat ako ngayon, mapera-pera na ako.
Fascists who believed that the Illuminati were a group of Jews who controlled the
Ang ina mo.
world. Right after World War II, the extremist anti-communists believed that the Illuminati were a group of communists who controlled the world. And most recently, the Illuminati conspiracy theorists believe that the Illuminati are part of the New World Order.
Many people believe the Illuminati seek to make a dominant one-world totalitarian government, referred to as the New World Order. In fact, in a 2013 national poll by Public Policy Polling, 28% of voters polled believe in the possibility of a New World Order.
28% of people probably believe that the sun moves around the Earth.
Well, I don't have any scientific polls for that. So
I'm just saying, people are dumb.
Some people believe that the influence of the Illuminati and the New World Order goes as high as the President of the United States. Here's an eerie clip from an old George H.W. Bush speech when he was in office.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
He does have a weird little smile when he says it.
You know that part where he was like, if this New World Order could be successful, and then he looks, and it will be. That's not creepy? That'd make your spine tingle a little bit?
He's the president of the United States. He has to be forthright. He has to be confident. What kind of message would it send if he was like, if this is successful, let's hope so.
All this begs the question, what is the New World Order and what will it do?
Marami pa yan. Nakailang season sila din sa channel na to
and take a look at some of the theories as to who is in the New World Order.
Kada video nila dyan,
aka
laging
from Michigan,
at least 5 million.
right-wing militia activist and propagandist who
Right-wing, so hindi siya liberalist.
the U.S. government, the UN, and various other organizations
Mga federal.
an international agenda. He believes this organization will take away Americans' rights, form an all-powerful government, and put non-Illuminati members in camps run by FEMA.
So 1% of the world is going to put 99% of the world in camps? At that point, by the way, the camps are so big that the 1% is inside them.
Look, it's hard to defend Mark from Michigan, I'm not gonna lie. This is just one of the theories as to who is in this New World Order
I can't wait
Illuminati.
for the parade of other experts you've got lined up.
Okay. The second theory is from David Icke, who believes that world leaders, including Queen Elizabeth, President Barack Obama, and the Clintons, are actually shape-shifting lizards.
This is the one that you're really into?
Matagal na yan, nag-inductihan na yun eh. Basta, rumors yun eh.
Elite are behind the Freemasons and the Illuminati. The lizard race feeds off the human race and occasionally demands human sacrifices. In fact, the same 2013 national poll I mentioned earlier revealed that 4% of voters polled believe that, quote, lizard people control our societies.
4% of voters.
That's actually a pretty good amount of people that believe they're shape-shifting lizards.
The billion.
The center of everything.
Is there an origin story for these lizard people?
I'm sure there is. I figured, you know what? I don't know if I need to know that. The third theory is that the New World Order is connected to the Antichrist because the Illuminati are Satanists. Pat Robertson, a conservative Christian, wrote a book on the New World Order that claims the group is responsible for the French Revolution, the writing of the Communist Manifesto, and the creation of the Federal Reserve, all in the service of making, quote, a new order for the human race under the domination of Lucifer and his followers, end quote.
So the Federal Reserve was created to spite Jesus. Lucifer was like pulling numbers.
I mean, you got a lot of time on your hands, right, if you're Lucifer.
He's busy.
Why would he be busy? Hell's supposed to be an awful place. I imagine the place is terribly maintained.
He's torturing the souls of all the monsters throughout history. There's a lot of dead people, and he's like poking them all with little sticks.
The fourth theory is from Donald Marshall, who believes that the Illuminati are killing celebrities and replacing them with clones used to brainwash society.
Clones, though, like, they're not coming out fully baked. They're babies.
Well, that's one theory. Some believe it could be like a, like a Xerox machine.
Xeroxing is not how cloning works, Ryan.
How do you know? What are you, a clone expert now? I'm just saying, there's a possibility.
You're creating a similar embryo with the same DNA. It has to grow.
There's no way we could tell what's actually like the process.
I mean, we can tell because they have cloned things.
What things have they cloned?
A sheep.
I don't believe you.
Look it up.
I'll fucking look it up.
Look
right
up
now.
Dolly the sheep.
All right, fine. I'll look it up. Did she start off as a little baby sheep?
Yes.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah,
apparently there was a sheep clone. Whatever.
Oh, apparently.
Purported celebrity clones outed by internet sleuths include Beyonce, Eminem, Al Roker.
Hang on.
Yeah, who could he possibly influence? Even when he tells the weather.
I don't believe a word he says.
And many more. But clone theorists also believe they have video evidence.
Marshall Mathers. Some of you may know him as Eminem, but he's going to join the...
ganyan naman talaga yan eh. Nangungupal yan sa TV.
Tabog sa Eminem, oh.
Oo, ganyan naman ugali talaga yan eh.
Marshall, when you did that? Yeah, sorry. Live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Live TV freaks him out a little bit.
Well, here's Al Roker's clip. Notice what she says, and then notice what his face goes to.
Why, is this a code word?
Some people believe maybe it's like a trigger sequence where his brain's now receiving instructions to be mind-controlled.
Al Roker's like the Manchurian candidate, and he's gonna kill the president?
Yeah.
It's like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost.
The expression he has on his face when he's frozen is so fucking funny to me every time I watch it, 'cause I don't know what it is. It's like...
Di ako matatakot, matatawa ako eh.
It looks like he just pooped his pants. Who's next?
This is Beyonce. By the way, she did this for so long, I had to speed up the video. So there she is going, and then I sped up the video here.
Ano, masama dyan?
She's in some weird trance. I actually don't know what she's doing.
She's writing lemonade in her head right now.
Whether or not people believe this clone theory, many conspiracy theorists
So, basta mga marites talaga yun, no? Kahit konting galaw lang patay sa natin.
point to clothing choices and
Giging rumors agad eh.
mainly that of a pyramid, which is
Si Dayan,
seen as an Illuminati symbol.
Si Dayan. Napasikat si Dayan.
Illuminati. Beyonce and Jay-Z have been known to make a pyramid-like symbol with their hands. Although this is also similar to the symbol for Jay-Z's label, Rockefeller Records. Right. But to flip on that, perhaps there's a reason why he chose that symbol. See what I just did there?
Yeah, you did it right.
I did it. The name of their child, Blue Ivy, has been interpreted to stand for Born Living Under Evil, Illuminati's very youngest.
I can't believe they would name her something with so obvious a secret message in there.
However, both stars have denied
Ay,
their affiliation.
kaya nagustuhan ko tong dalawang to. Yung isa, si Ryan, parang mapaniwala siya sa mga ganyan. Tapos si, si Shane, ano siya, literal na, walang
Kontrapista lang,
kukontrahin niya lahat.
I said I was amazing. Not that I'm a Mason. I'm red hot. I'm on my third six, but a devil, I'm not. End quote.
Is this their game? Do they claim that the Illuminati like to just tease people with little hints?
In my mind, okay, I'm in this very, very elite 1% club, right? But it's a secret club.
You can't tell anyone.
But it's fucking dope that I'm in this club, right? So let me just get a little wink wink to let people know what's up. Other celebrities include Kanye West, who owns a necklace containing the symbol of the Eye of Horus, which is associated with the Illuminati, and also seen on the dollar bill. Which, by the way, the Fed, dollar bill. There it is right there. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Kanye's interruption of Taylor Swift at the 2009 Video Music Awards was said to be a method of initiating Taylor Swift into the Illuminati by humiliating or hazing her.
So this has just moved to like frat level hazing?
However, here's a quote from Kanye on the Illuminati. Quote, "I'm tired of people pinpointing musicians as the Illuminati. That's ridiculous. We don't run anything. We're celebrities." End quote. Other celebrities that have been accused of being in the Illuminati include Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Madonna, and Katy Perry, just to name a few.
I bet, you know what? I bet Kobe's in the Illuminati. See what you just added? Jesus Christ. Sorry, Kobe.
The whole room is shaking right now. Oh my
Lumindol?
Earthquake.
I'm sorry, Kobe.
Keep in mind that it's pretty easy to make a claim that somebody
Hintayin
is
mo na lang kapag
Illuminati.
yung
Quickly perusing my
topic nila
coworker
na
Brunson's Instagram
supernatural
page, I
na.
can see several references to the Illuminati.
Really?
Just looking through the pictures. Yeah, there's even a picture where I myself make the Rockefeller sign in one of her pictures. Comment, Illuminati. She also seems to be guests quite frequently. Perhaps to attend to Illuminati affairs. What if you're in the Illuminati?
Look, I am not in the Illuminati.
Wink.
I am not in the Illuminati. Quinta's not in the Illuminati. You may be.
It is pretty hard to get into. And on that note, I'd like to point to a website called IlluminatiOfficial.org. And on that site, there's a page called Join the Illuminati. A very fascinating proposition. So I reached out for an interview. And here's what I got back from the Public Relations Director. By the way, if the Illuminati is a real thing, the fact that they have a PR director, fucking amazing, right? That's super funny to me, that there's someone sitting in a cubicle somewhere going, that's not
Gago, meron nga.
Too many triangles in the last dress.
Roker's staring at the camera again. we gotta make a new Roker. God damn it, that's our fourth Roker.
Here's what the alleged Illuminati PR director wrote back in response to my interview request. Quote, unfortunately, members of the Illuminati are not currently available for on-camera interviews, end quote. She also mentioned, quote, there are many misconceptions about my client's organization, end quote, and referred me to the website's beliefs section, which is abstract and quite interesting to say the least. But let's visit the professor one more time. I guess the last question would be, what percentage would you put on that the Illuminati is actually a real thing?
Well, it was a real thing, back in 1780, but it's not a real thing anymore. I would say 100% it's not a real thing. Most of the conspiracy theories
parang ano lang siya, grupo lang siya dati.
Parang club circle lang nung time na yun.
It makes sense, and suddenly it's crazy.
I could see a world where
sometimes
things go beyond science or fact. Like that leap of faith is what you need to make to get to the truth. Maybe that's just...
Parang ano?
Parang ka nasa underground.
Bakit?
Oh, tinan mo. Hello.
Ay, may echo ko kasi naka okay, yung echo ko sa may soundboard.
It's like a crazy person inside me.
Ulo mo, naka-streamer gaming board ako dito.
As one of the crazy people that she finds exhausting.
Ulo mo.
Here's the thing. I saw the look on her face when I mentioned that.
Yeah.
She did not look pleased. Am I gonna say outright the Illuminati is a real thing? No, I'm not gonna say that. But is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. Why not? The fact that there could be some all-knowing organization under everything.
Where are they meeting?
Maybe they're meeting.
Let's just meet in Toledo this year at the Radisson.
Ewan ko ba sa mga yan?
Yeah.
The point I'm saying is, nothing's impossible. Sometimes you just gotta look at something with an open mind. It may seem crazy.
Rinig ka, putang yan ang ingay mo. Pangit ng mic mo, parang kinakain mo.
Nasa labas kasi ako.
I'm not saying that there's lizard. Oh, fuck, that's what it is what I'm saying.
Say lizard people out loud.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Lizard.
Own it, Ryan. Say lizard people out loud.
We could sit here and talk about this all day, but regardless, the existence of the Illuminati will remain unsolved.
Well, let us know in the comments if you think Ryan's in the Illuminati, because now I'm sold.
Okay.
Hindi.
Ito lang gagawin namin, manonood na kami dito.
Binge watch lang kami kasi hindi na tuloy yung nakaraan eh.
However,
naka-autoplay ka na? Na-play mo yung playlist?
Naka-autoplay
Double good news is
there's a new season, kids. And if I'm still alive,
yung
October,
playlist.
the new season will begin. So hopefully I'll see you there, and I'll be breathing.
If you aren't murdered.
And all the people that I've slighted haven't killed me. The Zodiac, or the Men in Black, or the Illuminati, or of course, Quinta Brunson.
Tapos na?
Marami yan.
We're on our way to the Winchester.
This is Ghost Town.
We're going to Mexico. The terrifying Island of the Dolls. It's going to be our showdown with the demon to end the trip. What the fuck was that?
Ito, lap trip na to.
Today I'm going to cover multiple cases and visit some of the most haunted, horrifying places in the world in an effort to answer some questions that I've always been curious about. Are ghosts and demons real? And if they are real, can they manipulate, harm, and perhaps even kill the living? Right now we're in San Jose, California at Sacred Heart Church. to talk to Father Gary Thomas in 2005. Father Thomas was sent all the way to Rome to the Vatican to learn the rite of exorcism. A movie was actually based on his experiences in Rome, starring Anthony Hopkins. Basically, this dude's the real deal. We're gonna be happy that we talked to him and had his guidance when we go to some of these places.
Yeah, I think so. We better stock up on some knowledge here, otherwise we're gonna get murdered by ghosts.
You're gonna be thankful that we're meeting this guy later, I promise you. I promise you, you will regret that statement. First off, thank you for meeting with us, Father Thomas.
Sure.
Read a lot about you.
Oh, thanks.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
How many exorcisms have you performed over your career?
Formal exorcisms, I've probably performed 50 to 75 in 10 years.
What is the difference between a ghost and a demon?
A ghost would refer to a disembodied human soul. A demon is a preternatural angelic creature that rebelled against God.
It's not human.
No, it's not. Their life form is dying. They've been dying since the moment they rebelled. And so they are attracted to human beings for two reasons. One, because they are parasitic and they feed off our life form. But secondly, their goal is to take as many of us to hell with them as possible because they already know they've lost. I'm not trying to evangelize.
I just got a shiver down my spine. So can a ghost and a demon both possess or maybe influence the living?
Yes. And I've had those cases. Where are these homes you're going into?
One of them is nearby here, the Winchester Mystery House. Essentially, it's a haunted mansion. And then the next one is a haunted doll island in Mexico City. The last place is perhaps the
Annabelle, di ba?
It's a house infested with a demon.
Mexico? Annabelle?
Going into some of these places where we may come into contact.
Annabelle.
Not so nice.
Annabelle.
Are we still on camera?
Burrito Annabelle.
If these places you're going claim to have spiritual attachments, I would do nothing to invite them into any kind of conversation. I would do nothing to invite them to somehow show themselves or taunt them in any way. You don't want to create a tie with them.
So treat it like a fine art museum.
I would.
Would it be possible for you to perhaps bless some water for something for me to carry?
Yes. Do you have something?
It's literally just a water bottle.
That's fine. I can bless it. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. In your kindness, hear our prayers.
Tinan mo yung mukha ni Shane. Walang naniniwala eh. Parang nangulol lang eh. Nangungupal lang parang no. Tinan mo yung gagawin niya mamaya. Pag andun sila. Tawa pa rin akong tawa dyan eh.
Sitting down with us and thank you for
was this helpful?
Fascinating.
This was super helpful and I feel a lot better about what's about to happen.
Good.
Like I just feel so comforted right now, and where we're about to go, it's going to be the exact opposite. So
yeah.
You're not worried about that at all?
No.
Why are we doing this? I don't know if we got this on camera, but he told me, do not be afraid. I mean, I won't, I am very scared, but
do not be afraid.
If anything happens, just do not be afraid. That's all you have to keep repeating. He said it a bunch of times in the Bible.
Jesus said chill.
Jesus said chill, yeah, sure. All right now we're on our way to the Winchester. Just met with the pastor.
Got our holy water, got our tips, our demon tips. This looks like Disney.
Oh, ang gaganda ng bahay eh.
Yuck it up, man.
Dito puta, wala eh.
This, but when the lights go off, this may be a little different.
This is beautiful.
May bandal pang tite. Ayan na, lap trip na yan. Ba't parang biglang lumabo? Sa camera yun gabi.
If you do not feel strange right now.
No, I don't.
Ganito.
You're such a fucking shyster, dude. The hair on the back of my neck is standing over. This is crazy. Right now, we're sitting in the bedroom of Sarah Winchester, who built this mansion as a result of a terrible tragedy.
Nasa second monitor ako.
In this very room, in that bed right there.
Hell of a bed. I assure you, in like half of the places you've been, people have died there. People have probably died in the Chipotle we just ate at.
Let's just get into it.
Okay.
Sarah Pardee was born around 1840 to a very wealthy family. In 1862, in her early 20s, Sarah married William Winchester, whose father, Oliver Winchester, founded the company that made the Winchester repeating rifle, a rifle that will become the ultimate weapon of death in the wars to come. In 1866, Sarah and William had their first child, Annie Pardee Winchester, but unfortunately, their daughter would die from a disease called marasmus, only a month and a half later. In 1880, William's father, Oliver Winchester, leaving the company, but William contracted tuberculosis shortly after. He died in March 1881, only a few months after. Real. Okay. Now that we've laid down the facts, let's get into the legend. William's death was almost unbearable for Sarah, who, according to legend, reached out to spiritualists and mediums in Boston to help her understand the deaths of her daughter and husband. Many believe that it was one fateful visit to a particular medium that would change her life. The medium told Sarah that her family was being haunted by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle, and that her family members' deaths were retribution. The medium said Sarah's family was cursed, and that the only way to lift the curse was to move west and build a house, and never stop building.
Well, I think I know the end of this story.
The good spirits would guide her on what to build, and if she continued building, she could live forever.
Buckle up, people.
But if she stopped, the evil spirits that would
right, let's roll.
If you
can live forever, great. But if you have to build a house that entire time, unless you have fun.
Well, she wasn't like putting on a hard hat and like physically making the house herself. I won't argue that your logic is wrong. I've just taken your detrimental.
Ready, let's call the shot. I'm opening fire on these shitheads.
Dami.
Yaman.
Mayaman sila.
Kasi bakit? Kasi company na paano eh, sinaunang baril eh.
Watch it, it's gonna blow.
Fucking hell. Doors that open into brick wall. And in one instance, a door known as the door to nowhere opens to a sheer drop on the outside of the house from the second floor. I can't imagine a ghost would get foiled into falling into bushes.
Parang trap.
Alright, now that we've established the legend,
Paranoid eh.
why Sarah one theory that explains some unfinished
Shit, dead troops. Escort car has been destroyed. Helo's fucked.
This could provide a reason for an unfinished staircase, as she possibly saw no reason to complete it. But I struggle to see how this explains a door to nowhere.
Nobody is building a house like this because they have arthritis.
I'm saying this
that
is
is not a
this is a theory. I'm just stating the
No
theory.
one says, oh, my knuckles feel a little funny. I'm going to build a house with 5
Gag.
We got a fucking man down.
I mean, you know what the doctor says. Nothing's better for arthritis than a two-story
Frag out.
floor down below. Right? Another theory is that Sarah needed a change of scenery and continued to build to keep her mind occupied and off her grief.
Now that, yeah.
So
maybe she just wasn't very good at planning.
And she did that for her entire life.
Yeah, for her entire life.
Okay. Just why I'm
Hey, we all need hobbies.
Another theory comes from historian Mary Jo Ignafo, who investigated Sarah Winchester. Ignafo believes Sarah was devoted to building because she was interested in architecture. Ignafo reports that Sarah's own letters reveal that construction stopped at months at a time, despite what legend would suggest. Ignafo also explains the unfinished state of rooms as the result of an earthquake in 1906 that caused damage to the house, theorizing that Sarah simply shut down that area of the house rather than attempting repairs. And finally, she also could not find evidence that Sarah communicated with spirits. Although, I will say, I can't imagine communicating with spirits produces any kind of receipt.
No, nobody has evidence of that.
Okay, I'm just saying, I call for it.
Yeah, I agree with your calling it bullshit.
Good. I'm glad we agree on something for once.
Yeah, we've done it.
Okay, we've done it. Let's go home now. But enough.
They're on alert.
Let's look at some of the spiritually active areas of this very unsettling house. Oh, this room looks like a nightmare. That's fun.
There's a few rooms in this house that strike me as, okay, this is ghost town. This could be it.
I called Pacatory for some reinforcements. Copy. Be right there.
Oops. The way the shadows play here.
Looks like they're feeling froggy.
Well, I didn't see something. I heard something. I heard a noise right up there. It came from up there.
Transmitting intel on enemy positions.
That's also a concern. I mean,
one room that is particularly
Kasi no, tibay na loob eh. Basta talaga pag profile, tibay loob eh. Yung alam mo yung who don't give a shit talaga ganun.
I don't give a fuck eh.
What you doing in this building? That ain't the mission, shithead.
Trapdoor dropping into the kitchen down below. And not surprisingly, this is one of the most active rooms in the house, with reports of organ music being heard, cold spots, and people experiencing dizziness.
Let's go.
What is... I just
Out of the car, now.
Took off the plastic from it and put it in, and it drained it all the way to zero.
This is highly unusual. I've never seen it do this before.
I'm just
gonna ignore you and fix the issue.
Don't make this harder than it has to be.
This is as your male co-workers. Because you are a woman, you will always be seen as la trapadora who walked their way up the ranks of the cartels. This is Lidia Flores. And orgullosas buchonas, plebe.
The house as a whole has reports of hearing people breathing, footsteps, hearing screws being unscrewed and dropped to the floor, full-body apparitions of servants, with the most famous spirit being Sarah herself, often seen in her bedroom. Naturally, one of the creepiest and most active places in the entire house is the basement, where guests and workers often claim to see the ghost of a caretaker named Clyde pushing the wheelbarrow.
Why I'm walking here by my fucking self is beyond me. Fuck, I'm so scared. Ah, man. Alright, apparently this is where a recurring ghost is seen.
Watch out.
And then I was looking for you.
Crouching in here like some kind of cave creature.
Helicopter, get down.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say hello. You're looking for me while grunting like a zombie.
You almost scared me for that. I'm never gonna forgive you for that. Hope you're fucking proud of yourself.
I thought you saw me.
Bullshit. You thought I saw you.
I really didn't think it was gonna work.
Sarah seemingly lived a life of solitude. She reportedly wore a dark veil at almost all times to mask her appearance. And in 1922, Sarah died at the age of 83. In the end, the questions remain. Was this just the result of a woman filled with grief? Or were the evil spirits that haunted Sarah Winchester so horrifying that they drove her and perhaps possessed her to build until her death?
Call the rebels
She probably
direct
believes
fire.
that spirits did something. Whether or not that's a thing that actually happened,
You're saying it's more along the lines of grief that produced, perhaps.
I mean, she went through some pretty harrowing stuff.
Let me just ask you straight out.
Frag
do you
out.
believe ghosts are real right now?
No. I've never seen it.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't see are real.
What can't I see?
You can't see gravity, that's real.
Yeah, I can drop an apple.
I guess you'll just never believe me until
Look, hey, this whole entire trip, I'm ready. Hey, ghosts!
Good to go.
Don't tussle my hair.
I would do nothing to invite them to somehow show themselves and taunt them.
A reminder,
Give me a little purple nurple or something. Let's have some fun. Here I am.
The real reason behind the creation of the Winchester Mystery House will remain unsolved.
I'm so proud of her for doing this, by the way. It's really something.
Worst.
No, I'm genuinely, like, this is neat.
If I have to spend one more moment sitting in this chair looking at that silly face, I think I may murder you myself. We're getting out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's leave this house.
Checking out San Jose.
Onward.
Onward to Mexico.
Yeah, why not?
Mexico.
So we're in Mexico, so that's pretty cool. We don't have to go to our next horrible place until tomorrow, so I think we're gonna enjoy the city a little bit tonight. All right. I don't know if this is a sign, but I'm in the bathroom at this bar, and this mirror literally has blood dripping from it. But I'm gonna go order another beer, so we're good. We're getting a drink in Mexico, and we ran into the Grim from Harry Potter. This is crazy. Mexico City is such a nice city. Shame we're on our way to a nightmare.
You're on your way to a nightmare. I'm on my way to a nice retreat.
Okay, we'll see. Right now we are we're being carted over to the dock.
We were just sort of put on here. I don't know.
Calling for indirect fire.
Get on, get on, get on.
Okay.
That was almost a 2-fight killing collision right there.
Alarms are all disabled. Reinforcements won't be flying in.
No, it's fine. Just get it. You just don't float, right?
That's what people used to say on their way to their death. So we survived our little trolley over here. We're joined by Pepe.
Put a call to the rebels for some reinforcements. I called the rebels for a diversion.
Mexico City in the Key Tech Canals of Xochimilco, heading to our next location, the terrifying island of the dolls. This is a mistake. Oh yeah, there's also a thunderstorm about to roll in, so that's fine. Yeah. He looks fine. Look at the kid's fine. And now I feel like a big weenie. You are big.
Hold your position.
It's been said that people don't like these canals due to the bad energy. Those who navigate the canals claim the dolls lure them to the island. One Trajanera operator claims that he was even possessed for multiple days when approaching the island.
That truck's trying to get away.
This is the beginning of a horror movie right now.
That truck's hightailing it out of here. Shot down the helo.
Lovely. Shall we? Yep. You go. You go first.
Oh, I go first? All right. Okay. It's an ominous cloud in the sky. Some very atmospheric thunder.
Well, this seems all horrible and awful in general.
And this is so... Wow. Someone committed their life to this.
Oh, there's spiders everywhere, so that's nice.
See, I'm more concerned about the spiders than the ghosts.
Is that right?
Yeah.
This island is not as pleasant at night.
So Pepe, you're telling me you don't come here every weekend?
Yeah, where is Pepe?
No, this is not one of my favorite places.
In the
Dami civilian pa kayo,
Don Julian Santana Pereira was persecuted for being overzealous in his religious beliefs. After that, for reasons unclear, Julian abandoned his wife and child and moved to the island Rat tonight in the Xochimilco canals in the outskirts of Mexico City. The island we're sitting on is a chinampa, a man-made floating garden engineered by the Aztecs centuries ago.
Nope. I'm sure they'd be thrilled with what it's become.
Yeah, you think this is what they had in mind?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, monkey.
I called Pacatori for some reinforcements. I called for rebels to draw their attention.
There's a lot of spiders here.
Yeah, they're huge.
Julian lived on this island in isolation, and the story goes that he discovered the body of a young girl off the shore of the island. Julian was reportedly overcome with grief due to the fact that he could not save this little girl. Legend has it that shortly after her body emerged, a doll appeared where her body was.
I don't even know how deep this water is. Like if someone were to drown in this, I feel like it looks like it's shallow, but I guess it's deceiving.
Ah, this place is creepy.
Yep.
Oh, look, a teddy bear. Oh, fuck, a spider.
Julian thought the doll probably belonged to the girl, and he hung it up on a tree on the island. His reasons for doing this vary depending on who is telling the story. Some believe he did this to honor the little girl's spirit. Others believe he did this to appease the spirit and protect himself and the island. Another variation is that Julian hung the doll to protect the girl's spirit from demons in the afterlife. Whatever the reason is, the girl's existence has never been officially confirmed.
Okay. Wait, the dead girl?
The dead girl was not confirmed.
Oh, what happened to her body?
I don't know. This is a long time ago.
What are they doing?
I don't know. We're in the canals of Mexico. This is like, I don't know how things work. Is that how things work?
Opening fire on these fuckers.
Julian didn't stop at one doll. Instead, he began to amass perhaps the creepiest collection in the history of collections. Perhaps he felt the more dolls he hung up, the more protected he would be from the spirit.
He'd get along well with old Sarah Winchester. One could say that. He has a lifelong mission to appease the ghosts.
I think it's more a protection thing. He just doesn't want to die.
He is wearing a Kevlar vest.
He would hunt for the lost dolls from the canals and trash near the island, stringing them up in whatever dilapidated condition.
Creepy naman yung lahat ng
And as the island grew, so did the island's reputation.
Position.
Trade dolls for produce grown on the island, consequently creating an extraordinarily bizarre barter system.
He probably plugs the dolls. Can I say that?
I thought you were gonna like some respect to this place.
Nope, he's going straight with the fucking dolls.
I'm with Pepe on this.
This is getting way off track.
Okay.
The compulsion to collect and hang these dolls was so extreme that those close to him believed he was driven by an unseen force that changed him forever. A force that many believed was the spirit of the young girl.
I call the rebels for a
perhaps
diversion.
possessing him to hang the dolls for 50 straight years in isolation on this island. Though he initially seemed to hang the dolls out of respect and a desire for protection, close friends claim that Julian eventually began to believe the dolls were possessed.
Anytime I get even remotely spooked, I just look to the monkey with the sunglasses. Let's get a great shot of that thing.
Those 50 years bring us to 2001, when the collecting of dolls came to an abrupt end. Julian's nephew, Anastasio, came to the island to help Julian plant pumpkins. According to Anastasio, he left to work on the garden, and when he returned, he discovered the body of his uncle floating in the canal. What's notably chilling is the fact that Julian's body was found drowned in the same spot
Watch out.
the girl was.
This is where it went down. This is where he
Chopper,
drowned.
down. Hold up.
Cool.
Anastasio, who moved to the island after Julian's death, claims the dolls, quote, move their heads and whisper to each other, end quote.
They've got dolls that piss themselves.
I mean, do you think these dolls look like they have remotely any kind of technological capability?
The Mickey Mouse over there with the little
Pues la muchacha desahoga mi latido 50 porque en las noches escucha voces de mujer. Y mi tío, cuando estaba en vida, caminaba con sus tenis y los ojitos, era escuchita.
You're in trouble. Get down.
Wait, what?
Should we poke it with a stick?
How would you change? You put this.
I can't say that. Dr. was 80 at the time of his death. Some people think that the dolls, or the spirits that inhabit them, might have killed Julian.
Sure. If that's what it's going to take to get us out of here, then yes. I believe in all of this. Put it on Wikipedia, and let's leave.
But to finish this off, let's visit the area that has the most hidden activity on it. It's a shrine that Julian built inside a shed with dolls, including the original doll that Julian found all those years ago.
Watch out!
This is the shed where he kept the shrine.
Grenade!
And there's candles inside. I did bring a little doll now. This seems like a good spot to leave it, right? Or should I put it in the lap of the original?
This is a fucking nightmare.
Oh man. There's the original right here.
What? Where?
I'm on my way. The one that looks.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Holy shit balls.
What took you so long?
I was just about to put the offering on the original doll and then.
Holy shit, look at this spider.
Oh,
I'll drive.
Okay.
Yeah, these are fucking cool. Let's go.
This is also his favorite doll right here.
Okay, I don't care what his favorite. Fuck that. Let's go.
There's cats right there. Oh, fuck me. There are spiders everywhere. Look at the size of that thing. We'll go under.
Okay. We've had our fun. We are leaving this island.
Where's Pepe?
I'm over here.
Madre
fuck,
Coca's and
spiders.
forces arrive every night to collect coca leaf harvest at a local farm. I want you to set an ambush for these assholes and send a message to Madre Coca that the rules of the game just changed.
Open fire.
The mystery of
That LT's getting away.
Lakas at true.
Siya rin yung nag-viral dati, yung sa picture. Ayun, may sinabi siya dun eh.
Call for some rebels to back us up. I put a call to the rebels for a diversion.
Sinabi siya dun.
You're insufferable.
Looks like
I was working myself up here, you know. Sure.
Ay, yung ano, hey yo, what's up, it's me, yo boy. Is tas parang ano, sa may demon, gano'n.
Sa church yun eh, sa church.
I won't. All they need is some WD-40. That will.
WD-40.
You know what places like this would cost in Los Angeles? This is an arm and a leg.
Let's just tell the story of this house. How about that?
Ryan, don't look over here. There's a little stuffed animal. I don't want to.
Right now, we're sitting in the living room of the Sally house. Our sleeping bags right there. Foolishly planted here for some stupid reason. I've lived my life by one adage, and that's don't fuck with demons.
It's an adventure. I just love seeing you squirm.
Let's just get into why this house is.
Tell your spooky story.
Located at 508 North 2nd Street in Atchison, Kansas, the Sally House is the ultimate haunted house and widely considered to be one of the most haunted places in America. Between 1867 and 1871, this house had 3 deaths inside its walls. Michael Finney in 1872, William True in 1918, and Agnes True in 1939. The wild deaths perhaps added to the house's ghostly inhabitants.
Man, you'll never let me drive anymore. Just because that one time?
All right, I think he's here. So we call the paranormal investigator over. Sure.
Shane, nice to meet you. I think this is all bullshit. Half of it is. Raw a little bit.
I'm not going to communicate with shit.
I would do nothing to invite them into any kind of conversation.
We are.
While multiple residents of the Sally house have experienced paranormal activity, it wasn't until the 1990s when Deborah and Tony Pickman moved in that the activity was fully realized. What follows is based on their first-hand account of what started as a small haunting and later developed into a living nightmare. Deborah and Tony Pickman moved in on December 31st, 1992. The haunting started small. Lights in their house would dim. Their dog would bark incessantly at the entrance to the nursery, and their newborn baby would wake up every hour, quote, as if someone was playing with him, end quote. The Pickman's neighbor could see the nursery window from her house and eventually asked Deborah why she kept the light on in the nursery all night long with the baby sleeping in there. This question came as an icy shock to Deborah, who always turned the light off.
Oh.
It was a little weird, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, things got especially weird on July 14th, 1993, when Deborah, Tony, and her sister Karen discovered all the stuffed animals in the nursery organized into a neat circle back to back in the middle of the room on the floor. The 3 of them figured it was one of them playing a practical joke, so they put the animals back, turned off the light, and went downstairs. To their horror, when they returned, not only was the light on, but a bear was knocked off its chair and laying on its back on the ground.
We better get out of this house. Somebody knocked our little bear out of his little wicker chair.
You're telling me you wouldn't be unnerved by going upstairs and seeing a bunch of stuffed animals organized into a little cult circle when no one did it?
So I don't know.
After that, like anybody would, they packed up some stuff, took their baby, and left the house to stay with Tony's parents.
We ought to be. Hold up.
Did they
We
bring
got
the
hostile
bear?
I
activity.
don't believe they brought the bear. I mean, I can't imagine they would bring the bear.
While they were leaving the house, Tony felt
Put
a
a call
sharp
to the
sting in
rebels
his
for some
back.
reinforcements.
When they lifted up his shirt, they
drone is up.
discovered 3 long scratches. Tony would continue to get viciously scratched as time went on, and in one instance, a scratch manifested while on video. The Pikmins eventually would turn to a psychic, who picked up on a
The lieutenant's
presence.
escaping.
Call the rebels for mortar fire.
Sally, in here, or any spirit that's here, let's communicate. Use a flashlight. You can turn the flashlight on, let me here. That'd be great.
It's a little monkey. We saw one of those on the island of the haunted dolls.
According to Deborah Pikmin, on the morning of October 31st,
Cartel's awarding
1993,
accommodation to some
Tony
thug.
went to grab a glass
Knows
of
the
orange juice
location
in
of
the
the
kitchen. When he turned around, he saw a little girl in early 1900s clothes. Shortly after, he sketched what he saw
Assholes are
for
coming
Deborah.
this way. What's the plan?
We're in the kitchen.
Please turn the light
Rebels
on.
in Santa Blanca are throwing lead. We want to get some.
Stop calling it that.
Demon.
Stop talking to it.
No, I don't want to talk to the demons.
Ask the rebels to recon this area.
Thomas.
Sniper!
He told us not to talk to you, but I think you guys are swell.
I would do nothing to invite them to
Lakas ng tropa.
I have a shot. Engage.
You like the guys staying here, turn the light on.
You're fucking crazy, Shane. If you don't like us, turn it on.
Ano, wait lang.
Cartel metal over here. It's gonna break some poor thug's heart.
Fucking crazy, Shane. If you don't like us, turn it on.
Bumukas eh. Bumukas eh.
If you actually don't like us, please just turn it on. I think they have the power to turn it back on again, frankly. I really think they don't.
Gagi. Gagi. Totoo.
Oo, totoo yan. Wala, hindi yan kontrolado yan.
Thank you. Oh, oh my god. Please try. Oh my god. You should have never talked to it, dude.
Remote control naman, no?
It's okay.
No, that's the fucking
Flashlight.
flashlight rolling in the background. Look, it's coming back.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a flashlight. It rolls. It's cylindrical.
But it shouldn't roll back and forth like
What?
that. You should have never talked to it, dude. What is wrong with you?
In what may be a curious coincidence, a former resident who lived in the house shortly before the Pikmins said, quote, "My daughter was 5 at the time. She had an imaginary friend, Sally. I would scold her for something and she would come back and tell me, I didn't do that, Sally did it. Or Sally told
Kasi
me."
mo, totoo yung sa may
When
flashlight na
showing
yun?
Tony Pikmin's drawing 11 years after
Eh,
they moved
hindi naman
out of the
natin alam
house,
eh.
the
Malay
daughter
mo.
identified it as her
Bumukas
imaginary
mag-isa eh.
friend.
Tapos dalawang beses.
Do not be
Hindi
afraid,
natin
do not be
alam.
afraid, do not
Pero
be
feeling ko
afraid, do not
totoo
be
yun.
afraid, do not be afraid.
Kasi wala... Ewan.
Hey, just sit down. It's fine. Okay. Oh, don't hurt your...
Oh, fuck, okay. Sorry.
I mean, sure, we don't know how to explain that. Maybe it's just, flashlights are funny like that.
The Pikmins also reported fires that would start on their own. In fact, 2 former residents before the Pikmins reported fires starting inexplicably in the room that would eventually become the Pikmins'
Gagi
nursery.
dalawang boses
The
bumukas yung
activity
flashlight.
continued to escalate beyond fires, however. A lamp was thrown at Tony's mother. Tony reported hearing scratching behind his bed. Quote, almost like you had an animal digging to get out of the wall.
Cover!
In one
Get to
instance,
cover!
Sally appeared in the room and grabbed Tony's wrist, bringing dark red finger marks to his arm. At this point, Tony believed, quote, he was dealing with something way beyond a little girl, end quote, and begged to leave the house. Yet Deborah, who at this point never witnessed anything alarming, didn't share the same desire.
This was the 90s. People had, video recorders.
God damn, that was close.
I mean, the scratches all happen on camera, but here's the thing. This is what I fucking love about, paranormal evidence. People are always clamoring for it, right? Where's the evidence? And then when the evidence finally is there, it's like, fake.
Things eventually went beyond
Clear.
physical
How you guys
terror,
holding up?
however. Here's another quote from Tony. quote, it got to the point where when I was in the house, I could not think any happy thought. It was just strictly, I wanted to hurt her. I was a whole different person.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up these supplies later.
Capable of doing that, it tears me up. As much as I hate to say it.
Wounded down. Go ahead with control. Watch out.
Jesus Christ!
I'm in. Let's go.
Will you haunt me for the rest of my life?
No, they'll be dead.
We'll
Oh, okay. Fair enough. In 1994, the Pickmans finally moved out of the house. But at this point, you're probably wondering who is Sally. From what I can find, records show that Sally Isabel Hall moved to the house in 1905, but it was actually a 34-year-old woman.
Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
I copy.
Hear me out. Okay.
While this may seem damning at first, the implications of this are actually quite horrifying. If there was, in fact, never a girl named Sally who lived here, then who or what was this alleged spirit presenting itself as a little girl named Sally? That question led me to this piece of research. Sometimes, inhuman presences or demons allegedly present themselves as beings that are physically flawed. Or in some cases, perhaps like this one, they may appear as a should.
That dude was racist. He was like, a black lady who lived here? Wait a minute, no, I can't haunt with that. What about a little blonde one? I'll give her pigtails. No, fuck that demon. He's whitewashing the history of this house. He knows exactly what's wrong with Hollywood.
Demons don't present themselves as adults. That's what I was saying. They present themselves as
Ever?
No, an entity that's not human, it needs energy. It needs soul.
Looks like the
to feed off
Cocaleros
of.
are putting together a big shipment to hand over to the cartel. We've got an opportunity to take out Santa Blanca forces while they're around. Let's move.
I don't respect this demon.
But what really suggests the presence of a demon is something that occurred in the basement well after the Pickmans left the house. A female tenant, her husband, and their children moved into the house.
Call Pacatory for some reinforcements. They called for rebels to draw their attention.
Targets confirmed.
Allegedly
Ready to
discovered
assault.
something terrifying in the basement. A large pentagram on the floor. A large black kettle and a black robe.
A pointy hat, a broomstick,
Which?
eyeballs.
That's what he found.
Many believe that this
Which?
female
Parang nangyayari lang sila sa video ang puta.
Hindi, yung Ryan, seryoso siya sa ganyan. Naniniwala siya sa mga ghost. Kaso yung isa, kupal.
Ginagago lang yan.
Kumbaga balance sila dyan parang yin yang.
I was reading about something called infestation, where like a demon will just take hold of the house.
So if that family was involved in a satanic cult and they were doing other kinds of rituals and spells that are part of the cult,
Ano yan? Anong channel yan?
surprised me if there was something.
Ang pangalan? BuzzFeed.
Because that's where that cult
Alin?
basically.
BuzzFeed.
And it opened the portal.
BuzzFeed?
Oo. Malaking channel yan. Marami silang content. Pero wala na tong dalawa dun eh. Gumawa na sila ng sariling channel nila.
Sa bagay, ganda kasi na.
2016 pa yung mga video nila.
Please don't.
We're clear on this side.
That's me.
Maganda yung chemistry nila eh.
Maganda sila, magaling sila magkwento.
So that's a false read. But since there's a lot of electricity coming through here, that's saying they can feed the spirit.
Oh, that's good. Let's feed it more.
Ano, parang ano yan? Television talaga o YouTube lang?
YouTube lang yan. Content lang nila.
You wanna land on the pentagram?
Here we go.
Humiga sa pentagram mo.
My heart. Turn that light on. If you want to eat Ryan's heart, don't turn that light on.
Putting me in your shit.
Our old pal Ryan Vergara. Package deal.
Madre Cocas and forces arrive every night to collect the coca leaf harvest at a local farm. I want you to set an ambush for these assholes and send a message to Madre Coca that the rules of the game just changed.
Ano kaya yun?
Fuck this house, dude. Fuck this house so hard.
Well, now we get to spend the night here.
Here's a fun fact about sleeping here. One past resident described waking up to a, quote, grotesque and gaunt, dead-looking individual not only laying next to her, but staring at her, end quote.
Here's the thing, I discount almost 100% of I saw it in the middle of the night things because sleep paralysis, oftentimes most people wake up and see shit.
If I wake up tonight, there's this grotesque looking thing laying next to me and just staring at me with its fucking stupid beady eyes open.
They got reinforced enemy activity nearby.
I'll fly. I'm just gonna
We're spread out too far. On the move.
My my big fucking poo burrito, and that's I'm never coming back. I'll leave all the shit. I'm fucking never coming back. The fact that we're sleeping in this house after we saw it is astounding. I'm proud.
I'm good. Crank it.
We're gonna sleep here all night.
Fire. Roger. Opening fire. Get ready. They've seen us.
I will stay in this house till 5 a.m. If I sleep, I sleep. If I don't, I don't.
You guys ready? Engaging fire. I copy. That's one down.
I didn't know.
We're done here. The cartel won't get any coca from these guys anymore. And we have to fill and wait for the fallout.
It's not happening ever.
We rattled somebody's cage.
When it hits 3 o'clock, it'll be quiet. Time up, it's like 1 minute, 2 minutes.
Ba't pala yung gagawin mo? Ano may kumakalabog talaga?
Sounds lang yan.
I've got eyes on the captain.
Kala ko magsasalita yung isa eh.
Marking an enemy. Ready? Fire, fire, fire.
Roger.
You're right.
Got it.
Let's go. Alright, fuck you. I hope you're fucking looking at this now, motherfucker.
Did you just call the demon a motherfucker? I don't give a shit now. I'm gone. I got my laptop, got my holy water, got my cards I need here.
Peace out, bitch. Single party. And I hate you.
Got more targets for you. Hey man, try to take us off some sweet jumps, all right?
It's been a couple days. You know, the first 2 occasions I wasn't sure if Common was right locator, even at the last place, so about halfway through on that flashlight. I think that's a positive. Those demons are real. There's no other explanation for it. No, I just think it was I'm glad it happened. Babbling mess. Coincidence 5 times in a row.
He screwed the flashlight too right in between the on and off.
Even if it's on the edge, like at the very edge, it still needs just a little bit of a push.
No, it doesn't.
You know who needed that push?
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Perhaps.
Look, I'm happy to let you believe in this because I think it's fun that you believe in it. Because if we go to more places, it's going to be fun to watch you freak out some more. So great.
We're never gonna agree. Are demons and ghosts?
Chopper inbound. Unidad bird approaching. Stay down. Chopper incoming. Only that chopper. Stay low. Chopper's approaching.
call to the rebels for some reinforcements.
You're right, compadre.
You sure right, compadre.
Hang on, I'll drive.
I'm cool, let's move.
Shitballs.
I'll pilot.
Organized into a neat
story.
I mean, you know what? So maybe.
Diba? Ace, kila ko sana. Yung Knowin.
35 to 70 days.
Focus talaga yun. Detail di oh. Angas eh.
Facing east toward the rising sun, the great and stands down at you. 340 feet
built. There is a story behind it. But what is the story?
May malaking puta.
The Sphinx is arguably one of the most studied monuments in the world.
May quiz ba dyan?
Yet it remains one of the most mysterious. There are no inscriptions on the Sphinx.
Kami ng alien.
The time of the Pharaoh Khafre. But
paano nabuo yung ganyan, no?
Known as the Dream Stela.
Oh, ano?
History channel. On a mention of Khafre on a tablet found between the paws of the Sphinx. But
paano nabuo yung ganyan, no?
Known as the Dream Stela also tells the story of a pharaoh who came 1,000 years later.
No, kasi
ang bumuo niya si Bob the Builder.
Si ano yan?
King Tutmosis IV comes in the New Kingdom, which we believe is more than 1,000 years after the time the Sphinx was sculpted. He made this stela.
Gumawa sila na ganyan.
Board lang pala.
May pumapalo sa likod.
Palo-palo yun ba na may naglalati ko.
Grabe.
O bakit nagawa nila yan? Wala kasi...
He made this stela to tell his story. King Tutmosis IV before
O bakit nagawa nila yan? Wala kasi silang trip eh. Wala silang ano nun eh, cellphone. Kaya gumawa sila na ganyan.
Kaya matapos ni Ale niya, walang ting.
Tayo natindi ng focus niyan eh, no?
Grabe yung focus kailangan mo dyan.
Yung focus with slavery, talaga mapipilitan talaga.
May pumapalo sa likod.
Palo-palo yun ba na may naglalati ko sa likod mo, no?
Ewan ko na lang kung di ka pag-focus dun.
Focus talaga yun. Detailed eh, oh. Angas eh.
Saka ano yung ginamit nila pang butas. Grabe naman talas dun.
O yung kung anong klase native technology yung ginamit nila.
Yung tama na yun mo, kamukha ni Kapwa.
Linis. Ulo mo. Linis yun.
Is that we learn of what's called the flashing eye of the Lord. What is the flashing eye of the Lord? This sounds like some kind of
important dynastic family.
Din pala sa point na nagre-reform din pala yung mga religion nila.
Akhenaten became enthralled with the Aten disc. See a second target. I got a third target. That makes 5.
Oh, kailangan mo patay ito.
Made it. I'll call the rebels so they can haul it out later.
Right. And then for us, it's cerveza time.
Amigos, you're doing good work. But my people say the villagers talk about American DEA fighting the cartel in the provinces.
People will talk back. Even the cocalero with one plant knows that if you kill an American... we strike back with overwhelming force.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you have let someone leave who should not have lived. And this person spoke of you.
We're not hitmen, Pack. We'll decide who we kill. Don't let rumors worry you. Nomad out. Sniper up in the tower.
Watch out, the place is rigged with an alarm. Hey, a soldier with a submachine gun, near the container.
Tango number 3. Just spotted one with submachine guns. I called him. I called the rebels for a diversion.
That's the alarms. Reinforcements won't be flying in. Get the fuck down.
I just requested a rebel recon of this area.
I'm shooting these fuckers.
Frag out.
Tango's in the field.
Putang ina ba?
Fucking hell.
Oras ng sambahin ang ngalan mo. Para mabuhay habang buhay sa puso at isipan mo. Sino ba ako para mapansin mo? Mga dalangin ko sa'yo, sana'y pakinggan mo. sa lupa. At ang impyerno ay nasa isipan ko at pinalimot ng iyong ganda. Umaawit ang mga anghel, umaawit ang mga anghel. Nagdiriwang sila nang makasama kita. Huwag ka sanang mawawala. Mamamatay akong nakangiti kapag ikaw ang nasa aking tabi. Mabubuhay akong nagsisisi kapag isang araw hindi kita mapapangiti. Kalapastangan ang di kaibigin, kalokohan ang di kaisipin. Kung ang mundo ay biglang gugunawin, ikaw ang una kong hahanapin.
That bird approaching. Stay down. Good hit on the helo.
Nagsimulang lahat sa isang kanta. Bakit ngayon ka lang sabay nagtagpo ating mata? Ilang beses humindi, buti ay di ako nakinig. Tadhana na ang bumulong sa'kin. Di ba't sinabi sa'yo ipaglalaban ko? Tahanan mo ako, di magbabago yun. At pag ika'y nawawala, tingin ka lang sa aking mata. Pagmamahal sa'yo, di mauubos yun. Lalabanan ko lahat para sa'yo, basta't nandito lang ako sa tabi mo. Aminin sa'yo, ang daming beses na muntik kang sumuko. Ngunit nakayanan ko, pagkat walang hanggan ng pag-ibig niya. Tahanan mo ako, di magbabago yun. At pag ika'y nawawala, tingin ka lang sa aking mata. Pagmamahal sa'yo, di mauubos yun. Sabay nating nadadaanan ang lahat, hanggat sa dulo ng ating pagmamahal. Hanggat sa kunin tayo ng may ba? Di biro ang sumulat ng awitin para sa'yo. Para akong isang siraulong hilot-lito. Sa akin pang mina ng piano, tiklado'y pilit nilaro. Baka sakaling merong tono, bigla na lang umuspo. Tungkol saan naman kaya ang awitin para sa'yo? Di biro ang gawing sukat, ang titik sa tono. 10 man aking diksyonaryo, kung ang tugma'y di wasto. Basta't isiping di magbabago, damdamin ko sa iyo. Araw-gabi, nasa isip ka, napasa isip ka. Kahit saan magpunta, araw-gabi, nalalasing sa tuwa. Kapag kapiling ka, araw-gabi tayong dalawa. Biruin mong nasabi ko ang nais kong ipahatid. Dapat mo lamang mabatid laman itong dibdib. Tila 10 daang awitin ang natapos kong likhain. Ito ang tunay na damdamin, tanggapin at dinggin. Araw-gabi, nasa isip ka, napapanagip ka. Kahit saan magpunta, araw-gabi, nalalasing sa tuwa. Kapag kapiling ka, araw-gabi tayong dalawa. Araw-gabi, nasa isip ka, napapanagip ka. Kahit saan magpunta, araw-gabi, nalalasing sa tuwa. Kapag kapiling ka, araw-gabi tayong dalawa.
Stay there.
Gusto ko lang naman malaman mo na ang isipan ko'y gulong-gulo. Nagtatanong kung susundan ko siya dahil ang puso ko ay nabihag niya. Alam mo bang minamahal ko siya at tunay ang aking nadarama. Kahit ako'y nagmumukhang tanga, ay ayos lang basta kasama siya. Kahit sabihin pa ng iba, Nababaliwa akong talaga. Kahit mayroong ibang nagcha-cha-cha, nagrurumba, nagsasalsa. Pwede bang sabihin nyo to sa kanya? Ang puso ko'y nahihirapan na. Ano pa ba ang pwede kong gawin na uubra para maakit siya? Palagay kaya ako ng tagto, magpatubo ng balbasang uso, magpalaki ng muscle sa braso, magpadagdag ng puwet kay Belo. Buksan mo, papasukin ako, papasukin ako, bulaklak para sa'yo. Ano bang gusto mong gawin ko para mahalin mo? Buksan mo, papasukin mo na, may tsokolating dala, bigyan mo naman ng pag-asa. Ang puso ko sinta, alam mo bang walang kasing saya? Sa tuwing ika'y aking nakikita, ngunit malaki din ang problema. Dahil hanggang ngayon sa'yo'y umaasa, lagi na lang akong naghihintay. Ngunit iba lagi mong kasabay, kahit madalas kang sumasablay. Ako sa'yo'y nang ka-smile, ako sa'yo'y nang ka-smile.
Tak na namatay.
Buksan mo, papasukin ako, papasukin ako, bulaklak para sa'yo. Ano bang gusto mong gawin ko para mahalin mo? Buksan mo, papasukin mo na, may tsokolating dala, bigyan mo naman ng pag-asa. Ang puso ko sinta, alam mo bang walang kasing saya?
Visual and air defense
Bawat piki ng aking mata, tanging ikaw nakikita. Utak ko ay punong-puno ng imahinasyon kasama ka. Isang himala na lang kung mapapasaking ka. Parang panaginip, pag ika'y aking kapiling. Huwag kang tumingin sa'kin, ako'y nahuhumaling, ako'y sa'yo, sa'yo, sa'yo. Natutulala na lang sa'yo. Napapabagal mo aking mundo, nasisilayan ko na ang kinabukasan ko sa'yo. Imahinasyon pa rin ba to? Ika'y narito sa tabi ko. Parang panaginip, pag ika'y aking kapiling. Huwag kang tumingin sa'kin, ako'y mga kalsada ng secure at magsigawan tayo na parang nasa horror. Tayo'y magkatay ng tao, sabay ay isa lang at i-adobo. Huwag ka lang magsabi ng totoo. Ibabalik kita ng buong buo. Pangako yun sa'yo, sa'yo lang ang puso ko. Kahit kainin mo, magduduruga tayo. Kimi lang bawal yun. Di ako masamang tao, pumapatay lang ako ng kalungkutan ko, pati ng sayo. Ibabalik kita ng buong buo. Pangako yun sa'yo, sa'yo lang ang puso ko. Kahit kainin mo at hahalik ka ng may lipstick na dugo sa labi kong punong-puno ng panlasa ko sa'yo. Kanibalismo, di ka matiis. Kapag inalis mo, ika'y mamimiss. Di nagmamalinis, oh, ika'y mamimiss. Di ka matitiis. Tatlo na sa 6, pag-ibig mong kay tamis. Humingang malalim, pumikit na muna, at baka sakaling namamalikmata lang. Ba't nababahala? Di ba't ako'y mag-isa?
Taking fire from the camp entrance.
Kala ko'y payapa, boses mo'y tumatawag pa. Binaon naman na ang lahat, tinakpan naman na yung sugat. Ngunit ba't ba andito pa rin? Hirap na kong intindihin. Tanging panalangin, lubayan na sana. Dahil sa bawat tingin, mukha mo'y nakikita. Kahit saan man mapunta ay anino mo'y kumakapit sa'king kamay. Ako'y dahan-dahang nililibing ng buhay pa. Hindi na makalaya, dinadalaw mo ko ba? got me to stay. Said that you need me. Stop, 'cause these words don't have a meaning. No, they don't. At least not to me. There'll be a day I'll be more creative. Oras ng sambahin ang ngalan mo. Para mabuhay habang buhay sa puso't isipan mo. Sino ba ako para mapansin mo? Mga dalangin ko sa'yo, sana'y pakinggan mo. Paano ba ako magiging isang santo para makasama kita dyan sa tabi ng trono mo? Ilan pang pagsubok ang daraanan ko bago ako makaranas ng mga milagro mo. Ang langit ay nandito lamang pala sa lupa, at ang impyerno ay nasa isipan ko at pinalimot ng iyong ganda. Umaawit ang mga anghel, umaawit ang mga anghel. Nagdiriwang sila nang makasama kita, huwag ka sanang mawawala. Mamamatay akong nakangiti kapag ikaw ang nasa aking tabi. Mabubuhay akong nagsisisi kapag isang araw hindi kita mapapangiti. Kalapastangan ang di kaibigin, kalokohan ang di kaisipin. Kung ang mundo ay biglang gugunawin, ikaw ang una kong hahanapin. Nagsimulang lahat sa isang kanta. Bakit ngayon ka lang sabay nagtagpo ating mata? Ilang beses humindi, buti ay di ako nakita. makinig. Tadhana na ang bumulong sa'kin. Di ba't sinabi sa'yo ipaglalaban ko? Tahanan mo ako, di magbabago yun. At pag ika'y nawawala, tingin ka lang sa'king mata. Pagmamahal sa'yo, di mauubos yun. Lalabanan ko lahat para sa'yo. Basta't nandito lang ako sa tabi mo. Aminin sa'yo, ang daming beses na muntik kang sumuko. Ngunit nakayanan ko, pagkat walang hanggan ng pag-ibig niya. Tahanan mo ako, di magbabago yun. At pag ika'y nawawala, tingin ka lang sa'king mata. Pagmamahal sa'yo, di mauubos yun. Sabay nating nadadaanan ang lahat, hanggat sa dulo ng ating pagmamahal. Hanggat sa kunin tayo ng may kapal.
That's your answer? Say, you are no better than Madre Boca. Get out of my way. Let's get back on mission. Get out of my way.
Di biro ang sumulat ng awitin para sa'yo. Para akong isang sirapulong hilot rito. Sa akin pang minanong piano, tiklado'y pilit nilaro. Baka sakaling merong tono, bigla na lang umuspo. Tungkol saan naman kaya ang awitin para sa'yo? Di biro ang gawing sukat, ang titik sa tono. 10 man aking diksyonaryo, kung ang tugma'y di wasto. Basta't isipin di magbabago, damdamin ko sa iyo. Araw-gabi, nasa isip ka, napasa isip ka. Kahit saan magpunta, araw-gabi, nalalasing sa tuwa. Kapag kapiling ka, araw-gabi tayong dalawa. Biruin mong nasabi ko ang nais kong ipahatid. Dapat mo lamang mabatid, laman itong dibdib. Tila 10 daang awitin ang natapos kong likhain. Ito ang tunay na damdamin, tanggapin at tingin. napapanagip ka kahit saan magpunta. Araw-gabi nalalasing sa tuwa kapag kapiling ka. Araw-gabi tayong dalawa. Nasa isip ka, napapanagip ka kahit saan magpunta. Araw-gabi nalalasing sa tuwa kapag kapiling ka. Araw-gabi tayong dalawa.
I'm calling for indirect fire.
Gusto ko lang naman malaman mo na ang isipan ko'y gulong-gulo. Nagtatanong kung susundan ko siya dahil ang puso ko ay nabihag niya. Alam mo bang minamahal ko siya at tunay ang aking nadarama. Kahit ako'y nagmumukhang tanga ay ayos lang basta kasama siya. Kahit sabihin pa ng iba, nababaliw akong talaga. Kahit mayroong ibang nagcha-cha-cha, nagrurumba, nagsasalsa. Pwede bang sabihin nyo to sa kanya? Ang puso ko'y nahihirapan na. Ano pa ba ang pwede kong gawin na uubra para maakit siya? Palagay kaya ako ng tato, magpatubo ng balbas ang uso, magpalaki ng muscle sa braso, magpadagdag ng puwet kay Belo. Buksan mo, papasukin ako, papasukin ako, bulaklak para sa'yo. Ano bang gusto mong gawin ko para mahalin mo? Buksan mo, papasukin mo na, may tsokolating dala, bigyan mo naman ng pag-asa. Ang puso ko sinta, alam mo bang walang kasing saya? Sa tuwing ika'y aking nakikita, ngunit malaki din ang problema. Dahil hanggang ngayon sa'yo'y umaasa, lagi na lang akong naghihintay. Ngunit iba lagi mong kasabay, kahit madalas kang sumasablay. Ako sa'yo'y nang ka-smile, ako sa'yo'y nang ka-smile. Buksan mo, papasukin ako, papasukin ako, bulaklak para sa'yo. Ano bang gusto mong gawin ko para mahalin mo? Buksan mo, papasukin mo na, may tsokolating dala, bigyan mo naman ng pag-asa. Ang puso ko sinta, alam mo bang walang kasing saya? Bawat piki ng aking mata, tanging ikaw nakita. Isang himala na lang kung mapapasakin ka. Parang panaginip pag ika'y aking kapiling. Huwag kang tumingin sa'kin, ako'y nahuhumaling. Ako'y nahuhumaling. Sa'yo, 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 natutulala na lang sa'yo. Napapabagal mo aking mundo, nasisilayan ko na ang kinabukasan ko sa'yo. Imahinasyon pa rin ba to? Ika'y narito sa tabi ko. Parang panaginip pag ika'y aking kapiling. Huwag kang tumingin sa'kin, ako'y nahuhumaling. Ako'y nahuhumaling sa'yo. Paulit-ulit kang tumatakbo sa isip, paulit-ulit na lang pinapanalangin ka. Maaari bang hawakan ang iyong mga kamay? Tayo na lilipad na ng sabay. Parang panaginip pag ika'y aking kapiling. Huwag kang tumingin sa'kin, ako'y nahuhumaling sa'yo. Tayo'y magmumotor sa mga kalsada ng secure at magsigawan tayo na parang nasa horror. Tayo'y magkatay ng tao, sabay isa lang at iadobo. Huwag ka lang magsabi ng totoo. pati lang sa'yo. Ibabalik kita ng buong buo. Pangako yun sa'yo, sa'yo lang ang puso ko. Kahit kainin mo, at hahalik ka ng may lipstick na dugo sa labi kong punong-puno ng panlasa ko sa'yo. Kanibalismo, di ka matiis kapag inalis mo, ika'y mami